doing? This is Bob Cargill. It's Monday, August 29, 2016. I'm here in Allston, walking around after work. So I just left the office a few minutes ago. My work day is done, but as usual, I'm always working it. And that's part of what I'm going to talk about tonight, and that is how it is all about going above and beyond in social media. And as I try to cross this intersection, let me stay on topic. So a lot of you know me, if you follow me, or if we actually know each other in real life, IRL, as a direct marketer, marketing professional, copywriter, creative director, social media director. Been in marketing for a long time, let's just say that. And I've worked my way through direct mail, through email, and now I'm immersed in social media. That is my thing. I'm a marketing pro who does social media for clients, for myself, for my employer, and I help with my friends' social media from time to time as well. But I do live, breathe, and work social media. And on Twitter, I write a bunch of tweets specifically about social media. I call them social media in 140 characters or less. And I often will repurpose those tweets, turn them into graphics, put them up on Pinterest and Instagram, get as much mileage out of them as I can, if you will, if they're, in my mind, worthy of evergreen content, meaning content that is timeless. And one of those tweets, I have it in my hand, a little printout here. See? Literally, it's in my hand. Kid you not. This is how it reads, and I wrote this, published it February 1, 2016. Closing the door may be okay for brick and mortar stores, but not for brands on social media, where you always want to be open for business. What is my point? As we walk down the streets of Allston, most of these stores are open. It's only about 6:30, quarter of 7 or so. But most brick and mortar stores, if not practically all, if not in some cases all, if you walk down certain streets after a certain time at night, close. Okay? They're not open 24/7. 365 days a year. But a brand on social media must be always open for business. How do you do that? And why is that so necessary? So there are a number of ways to build a strong presence on social media. And the last time, or one of the last few times I came to you on Periscope, we talked about paid social media. Obviously, that's the best way to stand out on social media, and that is putting a little budget, a little money behind your social media content, boosting it, increasing its reach, increasing its engagement. Because if you think of social media like traditional media, it's not free. TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, you name it, billboards, skywriting. It's traditional compared to social media. It's been around a lot longer. You have to pay to advertise. If you're a business and you want to get the word out, you have to pay to advertise in traditional media. So that's what's happening on social media. Sure, anyone, any brand, any business person can jump on, but will you gain traction? Will you have engagement? Will you build a database of leads, which leads to sales, et cetera, et cetera? Yes, over time, if you work it hard. Especially yes, double yes, 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 if you invest, if you pay to promote that content. So that's one way. Then there's scheduled. I talked about that the other day. That steady cadence of content that keeps you present pretty much all the time on a regular basis. But it's scheduled. It's not real time. And real time is the third way to stand out. Real time is taking advantage of certain events. Everyone every once in a while jumping on Twitter or Facebook or whatever channel you choose to say something about what's happening right now. Okay? Like right now I'm walking out in the street actually to get around a crowded sidewalk. That's real time. This is the ultimate in real time marketing. Yikes, I actually got to be careful here. Here comes a bike. So now I'll get back on the sidewalk a little safer. That's real time marketing, actually what you just saw, but I'm not really marketing. I'm educating. Now the fourth way of standing out, of making a difference on social media, that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. That is always on social media. Always on means being plugged in, tuned in, connected, have that device in your hand like I do now, and always making sure you're listening to your audience, you're monitoring what's going on out there in social, you're monitoring what's going on outside of social. In other words, anything that could perhaps affect what your audience thinks, does, believes, says, vis-a-vis your brand, you need to be paying attention to. And you need to be jumping into the conversation, leading the conversation, creating the news, whatever you can to show that you are there, that you have much more than a pulse. Yeah, you got a personality, and you got a steady presence. You are there. You are alive. That is so important. Always on social media. And yes, you can't necessarily do that by yourself. You either, if you're a brand, small, medium-sized, or big, you either need to have the people who can do it in-house. You need to be able to do it yourself, have the time and the skills, etc. Or you outsource it. That's just the way it is. So, working either by yourself or with a team, you need to pretty much stay tethered to your social media channels, to the social media universe. And again, that doesn't mean at the expense of what's going on in the real world, because not everything makes it to social media right away, but I'll tell you, most everything does, and sometimes you're going to hear it on social media first before you do in real life, IRL. So, my point, always on social media, in addition to, let's go over the list, in addition to paid, first and foremost important, paid, you need to budget and boost you need to budget for and boost your social media content. Number two, the steady cadence, scheduled content, social media, critical. Number three, real time, taking advantage of moments. And finally, number four, what I'm talking to you about tonight, and that is always on social media. Always being open for business, having somebody, if not yourself, monitoring the interwebs, monitoring social media, having permissions, authority, responsibility for, and the talent to respond and jump into any conversation at any time on your behalf. How's that for tonight's little riff? This is Bob Cargill at Cargill Creative, coming to you live from Allston on Monday night, August 29, 2016. Beautiful summer evening. Hope you guys are enjoying the last few days of August, and that you have a great night tonight. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.